Let's reflect. It's Friday. It is. It's already Friday. I've already done this. Is not the 5th live that I'm doing. And I wanted to give you some feedback because the feedback I've had from you guys is absolutely incredible. My name's Elliot Brown and this is the Devilishly Good Show. And we are just, I'm talking about we and the general we because there's a few people that have been connecting afterwards with me and I've been getting some feedback. Plus on Clubhouse as well. Good feedback as well, thankfully. But I've really been trying to figure out this week, although just getting used to doing the lives. I haven't picked a time yet, to be honest, but I do need to do that. So I'm going to be doing that as of next week. I'm going to be considering the weekend, and I might do a couple of lives over the weekend as well. But I just want to say hi wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, as I said, my name's Elliot Brown in London town with the orange background. And yeah, so what I was talking about... where do we go with this? So a couple of people said to me, where do you want to take this? What is it you want to do with this? And I was like, I know where I want to go with it. And as I'm talking about it, then I realize I prefer to engage with people. I don't really like this monologue stuff, this one person thing where I'm just delivering. I like there to be somebody else on there as well. So I'm definitely going to be getting some guests on. Now, when I do the quick lives, I may not be doing that as much, but I'm definitely going to be doing some recorded shows with some guests. I already have some great guests lined up. Now, what sort of guests do I get on? What sort of subjects we want to cover? Well, I'm going to be getting guests on that are devilishly good at doing what they do. Now, and I considered, I was like reflecting, and I've been doing this for a little while. I've been thinking, what's my purpose? What am I doing all this for? What do I do the business for? What do I do everything for? And a couple of people made me think about it. If you turn this light off here, because I think that's giving me a little bit of a, that's better. I don't look quite so washed out, to be fair. Why do I do everything that I do? And Pete Cohen, I've said this a few times. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate you because you made me think about this a few months ago, made me think about why I do what I do. And he said, I've been observing you for a little while and you like to help people out. You like to come up with solutions. You're a solutions guy. You sort of come up with things and you speak from experience, which is really good. It means that I add value from things that I've done. And trust me, I've fucked up a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes and I've overcome a lot of challenges. And in fact, what I've really understood since I started looking at this, and even in the last week doing these and figuring where I want to go with it, and you know what, I went live. I could have left it another week, but I'm just going to do it because it doesn't matter in this first week. Hardly anybody's watching right now, but it's going to build up, and I know that. So I thought I need to wait for some feedback, get some feedback on Clubhouse. So I can get immediate feedback. I can ask a question. I can get 4 or 5 people to give me some ideas, some advice or something like that. But I've been speaking to a lot of people this week. I've overcome adversity a lot in my life, right? And we all do, but I've definitely had some serious challenges, story-worth challenges, right? Book-worthy, believe it or not, as a few people have said to me. And so what I want to do, because I've done, you know, some interesting things over the years, just leave it there for right now. But when I've managed to overcome adversity. I've overcome the challenges. I've managed to put things in place. I've managed to do that fight or flight thing that you do when you absolutely have to, and pull myself up from ground zero and get to where I need to do and create success. And it's been a roller coaster and it's going to continue. But I believe that I'm on a path now that not only can I use all my experiences, maybe I went all through that shit to help lots of other people because that's what I seem to do, is that I now can help lots of other people. And I've been working on how we can look at getting yourself into a position so you don't get to that point of crash, burnout, overwhelm, and how you do that. And of course, with the VAs, that is one part of how I saw that I can help other people that I can't do because I can't do everything. In fact, the things that people need help with, I'm shit at most of it. I know the theory behind it. I know what needs to be done, but implementing it is not for me. My head explodes. I need to come up with a thing where the head explodes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to find one of those. And then I bring that on. Now, if you're liking what I'm saying and you want to hear more about these things, I want you to give me some love, as some people have been doing, and drop me a comment below when you're on Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't think you can on YouTube, but when you do, go over and follow my YouTube channel, which is Elliot Brown. I think it's YouTube, / whatever, LZBub7 at the moment, because I need to get 100 followers. Get me to 100 followers so I can change that to Elliot Brown. Can you please? So go over and follow that on on there. Or if you go to my link tree in my Instagram, on the top button of my link tree, if you tap on the link in my bio, then it's going to take you to that as well. And I'd love you, please, I want you to go over and subscribe to the YouTube as well. And of course, you can follow me on LinkedIn and Facebook. So it's made me really think about this week, and I've had loads of conversations with people about where I'm going to go with this. And of course, I am devilishly good. I've done some naughty things over the years, and I like to have a little bit of a laugh. I've got a bit of a dark sense of humour at times, and I like to be a little bit naughty, but good naughty, And I like to find devilishly good ways of doing things as well, and come up with devilishly good solutions. So hence why that whole sort of thing works, and it works really well for the devilishly good VAs and things like that. And there's some other bits to come as well. And as you can see down there, is the logo, devilishly good logo. So because I've done that, I want actually people to come on the show from all sorts, all walks of life. Not just business, but devilishly good at what they do. But I really want to hear from them how they've overcome adversity, they've overcome certain things, and what they've done to get there. Because I feel that learning from other people's experiences has how I've learned a lot, and I've also learned how not to do it a lot as well, which is a phrase I used to do before: how not to do it. Right? And I think the biggest lessons are learned from learning how not to do shit. If you just keep learning how to do things and it just works, what you really learn is when the mistakes happen, when the challenges happen, which you have to come over the adversity and all of those things. So I'm going to be talking about that, and I'm going to be telling you stuff about that I've done over the years as well to get over that as we go through and I chat to people. So that's what we're going to be covering moving forward. And of course, there are business things here as well, and there's personal development as well, and there's all sorts of things. There's products, services. We've got a plethora of things to cover, and I've known so many people globally that I've already interviewed like last year as well, but also from Clubhouse. And I know a lot of really, really successful people. I don't just mean filthy rich successful, but successful in their own right. They feel they're successful. They've got where they want to, not there where they want to, but they've got a lot and they feel good and they feel happy. That, in essence, is a lot of success. And if I can help you guys to feel happy, to get some happiness and feel some success as well, then I'm doing my job right. And that's what I want to do. I enjoy doing that as well. So I want you to drop me some love. Please drop me some love. Let me know the sort of subjects you'd like to cover, of course, and that stuff like that. But what I want to tell you, right, when it gets really difficult and and everything feels like it's up against you. Now, Tim's story, I asked a question this morning in Breakfast with Winners. I want to say hi to Ashley, James, and Paul. Thank you very much for setting that up. And I'm part of the Winners Club, and I'm one of the moderators there every morning on Clubhouse. So go and find that. And if you want to know anything about that, you can message me, of course. It's a great room, a great community, and they just launched an app as well, which I could also give you details about. And I just want to thank those guys because it's created a community, but also some very like-minded people. It's really helped me and helped lots of my friends and family in Clubhouse as well. And I'm going to talk about this a lot because it's a big part of my daily life and things like that. But I asked Tim Story this morning, and I've downloaded his audio book as well. So thanks, Tim. I haven't read this yet, but I know it's going to be good for me. All right. And I asked him, what is the one thing that you can do, right, when you feel like everything's against you and it's just coming at you from every angle? Doesn't matter what you do, and every day you get up, it's just going on. And it isn't an overnight thing. There is no quick answer. But you know what? A little bit like the things I said earlier in the week about starting your day off right. It's about plowing those fields. It's about plowing and planting and feeding and watering and planting some more seeds. And the more seeds you plant, the more you nurture them, the better the ground is. Right? It's a great analogy, of course. And the more that you water those, the more you take care of those good things, and you're planting good seeds, you're starting, you're contacting people, you're starting and creating good relationships. You're starting building better relationships with people around you. You're plowing the field and you're getting rid of all the stones out of the way so they don't get in the way of the ground, and the ground gets better. So you're getting that crap out of the way, and then you're feeding it and nourishing. And the only way it's going to happen is if you keep doing that and it's consistent. And as I said, one of the best quotes one of the only quotes that I remember, because I'm not really a quotes guy. One of the quotes that I remember from Jim Rohn is, success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is about applying the basic fundamentals. And it's so very true. Just do those basics. You don't have to do any massive thing to make these things work. But if you keep consistent and you keep doing those things, then you're going to get those results. You're going to feel the success, or whatever it is in your life, you're going to feel better about yourself. And you've got to start doing that. So I urge you today to think about what little steps you guys can take that are going to help you to get better and feel better and get yourself out of the position you're in. The world is in a challenging place. And a lot of people are saying that they're up against it. But you know what? Everybody has the same opportunities. Everybody. And you might argue this, and I'm more than happy for you to basically send me a message if you disagree with what I'm saying. But everybody does. Now, of course, there's different parts of the world. So I'm speaking generally, but most people have the same opportunities. And we start off like that. Now, if we can consider that we can start to make little changes for the better each and every day, and we consistently do that, where do you think we're going to be in 365 days' time? Just think about that. Well, it's Friday, FriYAY. It's not the end of the week. This is the start of my next week. I'm already considering what I'm doing next week, and I want you to think about that as well. Have you set your goals? If you haven't, go back and check one of the other vids, because I was talking about goal setting as well. So go and check that out. And listen, they're only 10, 15 minutes over the last week, but the interesting stuff is yet to come. You don't have to watch them back if you don't want to, but you know what? There's going to be some sort of gem in there somewhere. And I want to thank you all, anybody that's joined me this week. I want to appreciate and thank you all. Big love to you. And I want you to have an incredible weekend, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you are. And whatever you do this weekend, whatever you do for the rest of the day today, wherever you are in the world, I want you to fucking make it count. And I want to say big love to you all. And I'm going to say ciao for now, Orange Cow. And I'll catch you on Monday. But have a look over the weekend, because there's a fair possibility I'm going to be doing some lives. And I'm definitely up for talking to anybody that wants to contact me in my DMs and chat about coming on the show, if you want to be a guest or if you want to be a co-host. In fact, I think people will be co-hosts rather than guests. I'd rather have a conversation. I don't want it to be a question and answer thing. I want it to be a conversation, an open conversation. So big love to you. I'm going to catch you very, very soon. And keep an eye out. So go over and follow my YouTube channel, Elliot Brown, or as it is on YouTube, I believe, Elzebub, ELZEBUB7, and go and check that out. Please get me up to 100 followers so I can change my name on there. I believe there's a trick or a hack that can do that. So catch up later. Have a great rest of your Friday and have an incredible weekend. Absolutely smash it. Ready for next week. Big love to you.